at KingBonnie's house. Is this my house? Why does this feel so familiar? Or is it his house? Where am I? Out? Is this that cabin place they were talking about? Huh. Is that the TV speaker? KingBonnie. Yes, you. My name is David, and I can explain everything. You see, we are our employees, including me, are telling slightly different stories about what's actually going on behind the scenes to confuse you so you don't go trying to stop, the Glitchtrap stuff. That's the obvious part, but there is some stuff I need to clarify. The stories of Haunted Park about the kids dying and how you possess the plushies is sort of real. When we repurposed every dimension in the world, well, not every dimension. Okay, I'm gonna rephrase that. When we didn't repurpose any other dimension apart from your dimension yet. When we repurposed your dimension in the part when Squeaky was beaten to death by Steve around episode 50 or something like that, or maybe slightly after that, when everything looked like it was turning into new content, right when it was at the climax point, that's when we resetted everything. Everyone's character traits and everything. Well, at least most people at least. But some of the bigger characters remain the same. And also, we captured Gator 74 and we're using him as an experiment to see the glitch in his head. He still has it. And yes, he's still alive. It's just we successfully captured him and he's here. A lot of the other stories about how you can just randomly, at any time of command, kill yourself, and you have full control of your spirit, and then you can kill yourself as a ghost again and put yourself back in your body. That's fake. John, aka Brian, the gnome statue person, the wizard, he's actually an agent of us. He was just in disguise, in plain sight to... Hold on, let me rephrase that. Well, it's just on habit I, say, random stuff to make it confusing for you. But I'm gonna rephrase everything and I'm gonna tell you everything correct all about this. John never, died in the attack. He was a real person, okay? He is real. And, we basically put some, sort of chip in his skull, before he died to make him, think that, well, not chip, hold up, let me rephrase that. Sorry, I just really like to confuse people. We injected a needle into his head with fake memories. But that's actually the same thing we've done with you guys, too. So, yeah, and the story about Haunted Park and stuff, all that crap is fake. Well, kind of. It's just that you've known it for so long that might as well be real, even though it's not. You've been in a simulation room since episode something 3, 53, 63, something like that. I think it was 53. Now, when you come out of that reality, everything will look exactly the same as it is now. You won't be able to tell the difference. And, you are, of course, not in the cabin. You're actually in a laboratory room. And with LED light shining on random walls and stuff to color them and contrast them and make them look like their materials, all that stuff. So, yeah. Everything that you see around you is really there. It's just that their color is actually a grayish white, like a screen, and then there are mini projectors hidden in this room that you can't see, in a perspective that you can't see, and they're projecting light onto the random objects at every corner and by every atom. Before the simulation happened, I am Chica's brother, and the reason why we are all plushies, if we're not souls trapped in them, is because we were always plushies. That's just how our universe works. There are no souls trapped in the plushies we are in. They are literally our original selves. It's just that when the series I created began, I, as David, wanted to tell a story. So, I filmed the random parts of you guys doing random stuff, and at random times for comedy, I would film you unexpectedly and I would send it on YouTube. Every now and again, I put these, chips or inject stuff in your head that makes you remember and forget random stuff, such as a long time ago you didn't even know the existence of YouTube, but now you did, and then before you forgot about YouTube you actually knew it existed, kind of like that, to confuse everyone so you don't get suspicious of what's going on in the real world. Well, of course you would get suspicious of something like that, but you kind of generally get what I'm going at for. And this message is recording to reveal the truth to you, and we want you to join us as crewmates in Project A.N.J.O.N to destroy, or not destroy, but really stop the Glitchtrap people and put them back where they belong in the end. And also the fact that you have bloodline of a king, and how and so was well, not you, but you really stole the crown from him, but the bloodline of royalty in Funtime Foxy, that those stories were actually fake all the time. We just, like I said, we implant random stuff in between episodes in your head to see what the best time is for you to remember and not remember, so you don't get any closer to basically ruining the fourth wall and breaking this dimension apart like the Glitchtrap are. And no, this message will not self-destruct. We think this whole dimension should know. We're gonna reach out to some of your people back at your actual legit house soon. And yes, they are also one with the simulation. It's just that they're in a different simulation room. We're gonna tell them this exact message. End of communication. Holy egg crack, what? That was extreme. Okay, that changed my perception of reality. So, if I not calculate, but if I figure out the story that they told me and mix it in with these news stories that he's telling me, then I can figure out what's actually going on here legitimately in this universe. Wait, hold on, so... it actually makes a lot of sense. It was basically already said, but that's basically what he said, but yeah. What he said actually makes quite a lot of sense. So, I'm apparently in an experiment room, and there are film projectors projecting random colors on random objects, so it looks real, even though all this is actually, like, made out of steel and random materials. But this is an actual bed, they're just shining light on it. That would explain why the shadow is black. Because this shadow isn't actually a shadow. Well, it is, but not the kind of shadow you would see in your normal everyday life. These shadows are actually blocking the laser lights from going to there. Like, let's say there's a laser light. Okay, my ears represent colored lasers, right? They're being blocked off, and that is what the legit color of this bed looks like. It's black. So is everything else. Look, black. So, if the colors were turned off, that means this room would be pitch black right now. But the only question remains, how they get the outside world to do that, because I'm confused if the outside world is legit the outside world and this is the experiment room, or if all of that, even out there, is the experiment room, just really big, like miles big of a room. I forgot to mention, it's all just really, it's just a really huge room. It's a huge butt room. It's a huge donkey room. Like, literally, this single room is like 8 miles long, 8 miles wide. Now, legitimately, end of communication. Wait, if you answered my question literally coincidentally just now, and that's not a pre-recording, does that mean you're watching me through that camera right now? Yes, end of communication. I swear this is the final time. Wait. That means you want to ask me a question at this point, because you know I'm alive. So you're behind the scenes, and you've been in our universe as a character. We're in the same universe. Right, but still, you were in our experiment world and some of the real legit worlds we were in before that. Wait, what was that? I think I'm pronouncing something wrong. It's okay, continue. So you were here as a character before the experiment started, as a character, and you were suicidal. That was just a disguise, to make you, think I had god powers. In reality, I don't. That's just how the simulation works. Okay, you're confusing me, but I think, the audience will get the general idea. That's the chemicals in your head, knowing there's a camera legitimately there behind the scenes. Oh, okay. What's this thing? And it happened again. Confusing. Can we explain this in another video? Yeah, sure, what the heck. Okay, so why am I here?